Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Redbox. They are going out of business. It's over. I think a lot of people are like, wait, they were still in business?
Yeah, I know, right?
But there are still Redboxes even around here. I know the one grocery store has one. I see them at Dollar General's, outside Dollar General. But they're not only going out of business, apparently they're not paying their bills either. There are 1,000 employees that they're unemployed and they haven't been paid in a while.
Oh, that's not good.
So we're gonna talk about the death of Redbox. Wouldn't it be ironic if like Blockbuster bought what was left of Redbox?
For what? To what end, though?
Just to stick it to them.
To do what? They open. No one's renting the Redbox. See, the Redbox used to be a good thing when you couldn't get stuff on demand all the time, and now that you can get everything on Vudu or on demand or whatever, and for what some of the stuff for what you pay for a Redbox rental, people aren't renting from Redbox. You don't need to. They were big when they didn't have streaming. I mean, you had Netflix and that was it. And Netflix started in the same kind of way.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because Redbox was basically for the people that didn't want to mail their discs back, right?
Basically, and it was cool at first, but now that we have stuff on demand and everything, it's out on DVD. It's already been out on like Vudu and places, and a lot of places you can just rent it there, and there's no point. There really, truly isn't a point for it. I'm surprised it made it this far.
So we're going to talk about this because this is part of the bankruptcy filing, I guess, for Chicken Soup for the Soul. And they bought up a whole bunch of streaming companies too. They bought up, I remember, Crackle a few years ago, and they were like a big deal. But they went on a spending spree. I remember it was kind of like Candle Media, where they just went and started gobbling up a bunch of stuff. And one of the things they bought was Redbox.
But Candle Media has like Blackstone backing them, so it wasn't because they did it on their own. They had backers. Apparently, Chicken Soup for the Soul didn't. And Chicken Soup for the Soul was wasn't it like a Christian book series originally?
Yeah.
So they didn't have the same backers as the other people did. Shocker.
They had all kinds of chicken soup books. I remember that was like a big thing for a while. It was like Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul, Chicken Soup for the Mom Soul, Chicken Soup for Grandma.
Yeah.
Split Pea Soup for the Vegan Soul. Yeah, it was very, very weird.
Yeah, I don't think the last one's real, but okay.
It probably is.
Probably maybe. You said so.
Probably maybe. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo. I'm sorry, I was looking at the first sentence. Call it Deadbox.
Oh my God, is that what they said? Call it Deadbox.
They do.
This is coming from Variety. Call it Deadbox.
Oh my God.
And another nail in the coffin of physical media, Redbox is shutting down after more than 2 decades of serving up DVD rentals from thousands of kiosks across the U.S. They had 24,000 DVD rental kiosks, and its streaming services will be shut down after its parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, converted its Chapter 11 bankruptcy to Chapter 7 liquidation. So people don't understand. Chapter 11 doesn't mean you're going out of business. Chapter 11 means you basically put a pin in all of your debt. You don't have to pay a lot of your debt until you reorganize the company and you get yourself into a better place. Now, more often than not, Chapter 11 does lead to Chapter 7, but sometimes Chapter 11 actually works out. And I know Red Lobster had to educate people on that. They're like, no, we're not going out of business. We're just reorganizing the company and shutting down a bunch of Red Lobsters too. But we're fine. It's all fine here.
Yes, it's okay.
No more endless shrimp for you. But yeah, they said with the move to liquidate all of its assets, all Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment's employees are now unemployed and will not receive severance or benefits. As of late June, the company said it had 1,033 employees. So
these people aren't going to get severance or anything. Did they get paid up to that point?
Well,
they didn't.
No.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So now we're going over to the Hollywood Reporter, and they're like, uh-oh.
What would Jesus do, Chicken Soup for the Soul? They would pay their people. He would pay his people.
Chicken Soul for the unemployed, bitter
Loaves
Redbox.
And fishes that stuff.
He would. As Redbox collapses, 1,000 employees haven't been paid, according to the judge. Chicken Soup for the Soul missed payroll last month, allegedly due to the misuse of funds by its former chief executive officer.
And does the former chief executive get a golden parachute and a bunch of money?
They all do. This is what irritates me about corporate America is they come in, they buy these companies, they in some cases deliberately run them into the ground for like tax benefit, whatever. And then the people who do that and who destroy entire ecosystems, right? They'll come in, they'll just destroy a whole market, a whole vertical, whatever. And on top of the lives that are destroyed because they lost their jobs. And then they get to jettison the burning plane with, millions and millions of dollars. They never have to worry.
This is what makes me mad too, because he said they missed payroll last month.
Yeah.
Then there's a lot of people who that was their livelihood. Like, how are they supposed to pay for their food that's overpriced? And how are they supposed to pay for their rent?
How am I supposed to pay for my overpriced food? Redbox laid me off. But I'll also be like, you're working for Redbox in 2024? Like, wow. They
might have been there for years and years.
That's true. Maybe they were very loyal employees. We don't have that.
Well, the loyalty only goes one way. I'm going to tell you that. That's how this works in corporate America. Loyalty only goes one way.
If it were a family-owned business, and this is one thing. I mean, I'm going on a side tangent here, but I'm seeing a common denominator in all this shitty, I guess you call it like end-stage capitalism behavior. It's almost always some big corporation that comes in and buys like a mom and pop business or an independently owned business. They run it into the ground. And we need more independently owned, sustainable businesses, especially in entertainment, because everything is owned by the same like 5 companies, right?
Well, I'm kind of wondering. It says that lenders won't finance them anymore. This kind of reminds me of what we were seeing about Bezos, where they were saying that basically what he does is he just keeps taking out loans and stuff, and then he doesn't have to pay taxes. Yeah. And I'm kind of wondering if that's what's going on. We'll just buy up more companies, because you're like, why would you buy all these companies up? To one end? And like, besides the tax write-offs, and you could run them into the ground and then say, whoops, you lost money there. What other reason could they have? Why would they still be needing to take loans? Well, who would be giving them loans? Well, if they're using it to offset, taxes and stuff. Like
they know this is a failing business model. They're like, yeah, exactly. Who even goes to Redbox? Who even uses Redbox in 2024? I mean, a lot of movies, their quote unquote new releases were already 6 months old. At least the one at the grocery store here. It's like, oh my God, what do you mean? What do you mean this is a new release? This is like, oh my God, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, new to Redbox.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? So Delaware, again, it's always Delaware.
It's always Delaware. Because, the laws for companies are a little different in Delaware.
A little different, yeah. Delaware bankruptcy judge on Wednesday said he'd appoint a trustee to probe whether money meant to pay employees were misappropriated. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment's bankruptcy, which started as Chapter 11, went to Chapter 7 as lenders refused to continue to finance the company any longer amid accusations of mismanagement and bad faith conduct from former chief executive William Ruhana, who controls 80% of the company's shares and is alleged to have misused funds. They have to keep getting alleged in there. 1,000 people are about to lose their jobs, said the judge, and they're not even going to be paid for work that they did.
Wow.
Damn. Lawyers for the company said money deducted from workers' paychecks meant to cover their health insurance benefits may have been directed elsewhere. I find it sickening, frankly.
Me too.
Said the judge, who noted the allegations haven't been proven. According to audio of the hearing, an investigation of the company, oh my God, an investigation of the company led by a trustee will follow. So the CEO denied the accusation. They said, the business is going to be sold off, including 24,000 DVD rental kiosks. We should buy one and put it in the office.
No.
Just to have it.
No thanks. They have a streaming platform?
And the streaming platform,
I didn't even know that.
They probably didn't. Well, I know that Chicken Soup bought, like I said, they were going on a spending spree and they were buying a whole bunch of stuff. And they bought Crackle, which used to be Sony's, because we did a video about that. I remember doing the video. And so the liquidation marks a disastrous end to the purchase of Redbox in 2022, for which it incurred an estimated $360 million in debt.
I remember when we covered it when they bought it. We're like, why? Why would you buy this? Why would you buy Redbox?
Well, it could, again, tax reasons.
I don't know. Whatever happened, it was, didn't work out very well.
Shortly before filing for bankruptcy, controlling shareholders Ruhana fired all the company's directors and terminated a group tasked with monetizing the business's assets, allegedly to entrench his power.
Oh my God.
According to its top lender, HPS Investment Partners. When a company files for bankruptcy, all of its assets are placed into an estate, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so it is complicated, and I do want to point out, Chapter 11 is not Chapter 7. Chapter 7 is when we're done. Chapter 11 is we're trying to reorganize the company in a good faith effort to become more solvent, and then we'll take care of our debt.
Well, they're basically arguing that the financial mismanagement, this is, I guess, the lender, to the point of liquidation must take place to recoup creditors and pay employees who lost medical benefits last month and the company missed payroll.
Wow.
And there is credible basis to hold Mr. Rouhana personally liable for misuse of funds and missed employee wages.
So he might go to jail.
If it turns out that
if it turns out it's more than an allegation.
Let me just put it this way. If it turns out it's provable.
Right.
You know, because he could totally have done it. We don't know. But then if it's not provable, he'll get away with it. If he did it.
In 2023, Chicken Soup reportedly lost $636 million. Nearly 53 million in losses in the first quarter of 2024 alone. Its outstanding debt far exceeds the value of its current assets. What a bunch of Redbox kiosks. God, there's no means to continue to pay the employees, to pay any bills, said the judge. What is this? After acquiring Redbox, the company is poised to see a big return on its investment due to the return of theatrical titles. It's like the floodgates have opened, he said.
That's what he said last year, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, the floodgates have opened.
Wait, go down here. It's about executive bonuses.
Wait,
go to the bottom.
Of course, we got executive bonuses.
The company cut costs, deferred executive bonuses to tie them to expectations for free cash flow, and licensed $8 million of content. As part of strategy to revitalize the business, it planned to cut down on its content spending in 2023, targeting $19 million in content costs in 2023, and sell certain assets in Ikea strategy. So basically, they already did defer bonuses to executives. They didn't say to him, but to executives. So they didn't get their bonuses either, and then they didn't get paid either, and everybody lost their health insurance.
God, so I'm sitting here like. This could go the way of Be Kind, Rewind, right? Do you guys remember that? Was it the Jack Black movie? They should just make instead of having to pay for that content, they should just make their own content. They just make their own shit and throw it in the kiosks. So just buy what's left of Redbox and just make your own shit and make your own Redbox movies and put them in the kiosk.
That would be funny.
24,000 copies
nobody would want to rent them. But
my kid playing baseball. 24,000 copies of Mom's Twerking.
You get that trending on TikTok, and everybody will be into it. It's like they want to bring Blockbuster back. You get a bunch of these Gen Zs, and they're all excited about like the old nostalgia stuff. And then you get them on it and being like, I want to rent these weird, obscure, funny home video type movies. And then it would blow up and it'd be huge. Just for like a year, and then you have time to get out of it real fast.
So what was they could take another route. What was European Vacation? What was the title of it? Like Hot Wife or something?
I don't remember.
Where they lost the VHS of Beverly D'Angelo. They could do that. They could turn Redbox into a porno.
Red light,
yeah. Yeah, put the kiosk in the back room. You got to wipe it down after every shift.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to rent a video somebody else rented after, I'm just saying,
Warning, contents may be sticky.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Why do you always go there? Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know.
Usually I lead you there, but that's okay.
No, I was just thinking back to like endstage video rental stores, right? And I remember
back rooms.
The back rooms were a big deal. At least in the locally owned ones.
Well, no, as soon as you're 18, you're allowed to go to the back room. You're like, yeah, hot damn. And you didn't even rent anything. You just wanted to say you could go back there.
Oh, look, 70s porn with ugly people. That's all there was. It was disappointing.
I don't know. I honestly really.
I just peeked one time. I just looked in. I'm like, all these people are very.
No, I was in the back room once, but I don't remember.
But was that memorable?
I was just like more creeped out than anything.
It is kind of like the back corner of Spencer Gifts, where it's like I really feel.
Those are fun.
I really feel like I shouldn't be in this section.
I know, but it's fun just to go see what stuff they're selling, and you're just like, wow. Anyway, I think speaking of wow, I think we kind of could wrap this up now.
Yeah, I think we could wrap this up a while ago. There we go, guys.
Completely.
The end of Redbox. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.